Before jumping in, if you have not already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post brand new videos every single week on home decor and just like home styling. Lots of fun stuff over here. There's a subscribe button below, 100% free, and yeah, you might as well just subscribe if you're here, you know? Just do it. I personally hate a cluster of stuff, like a cluster of randomness on a countertop, a cluster of randomness on a dresser, a cluster of randomness on a coffee table. What this hack slash tip entails is just using a tray to sort of consolidate a lot of random items, or bits and bobs as I like to call them. So I have a lot of trays around my home. I have one on top of my dresser in my room right here, I can see it. I also have one in my living room that kind of houses a little more of like the remotes and like a candle, coasters, things like that on the coffee table. So having trays around is great because you can interchange them. They also come in lots of different finishes. You can get like a mirrored tray, metal tray, wood tray, marble tray, tons of different types that fit your personal aesthetics. But trays can be your best friend, so think about having a few on hand whenever you have those cluttered areas. Moving into the second, and this one is kind of one based off personal preference. I personally love this hack, but if you don't like it, then feel free to not use it. But my bedding has always been white. I really love white bedding because I think it's a great blank slate to anything. But something that you can really do to really spice up your bedding is to add a patterned sheet. And there are 3 different types of kind of patterned slash textured sheets I like to go for. They are a ditzy pattern, or like a smaller print pattern, a texture such as linen, or a more larger scale pattern. And these are great just to spice up bedding because the base of my bedding is always going to be a big white linen duvet. That's just what I personally love. But if you want to just add like a little bit of interest, go with a fun sheet. Like you could easily fold over the top and show a little bit of that pattern at the top, which I think adds visual interest to the bed. And it can also just show a little bit more personality. I don't think everything always has to be stark white. Feel free to go with the most micro print ever. I find that Target has a lot of really great bedding pieces or really great sheet sets that include super small prints that are very trendy, or super small little like patterns or colors, things like that that sort of add a little boost of your own personal touch to your bedding. I actually have a video on my channel, which was one of the first videos I ever uploaded, where I recreated and made my very own pattern sheet set. I decided to follow a Urban Outfitters looking bedding and created a peach sheet set. That's such a hard word to say, but you can really do whatever you want with this technique, so definitely give it a view. I'll put a card up there somewhere for it, and it was super easy, super simple, and I really love the way that it turned out. I thought it added a nice pop and just like boost of personality to my space. But this next one is all about throw pillows, and this kind of ties back to the last one too, by just introducing smaller prints, larger scale prints, and textures into your throw pillows. I like to mix the patterns and the prints, so I don't like to have 3 large scale prints on 3 throw pillows. I like to sort of mix it up. With black and white, I really feel like you can get away with a little bit more because there isn't really competitive colors. So larger prints that have like more bold colors aren't gonna like compete against smaller prints. So with black and white, you're kind of free to do whatever you like, I feel. I think mixing shapes and sizes really creates a very dynamic and very graphic throw pillow space wherever you're putting it on, whether it be your couch or your bed. And I also recreated a colored version by taking off the graphic sheet underneath because we're going to be creating a lot of graphic and visual interest with the throw pillows. So I pulled that sheet off, kept it very simple and white in the bedding, and then threw on a oversized, more textured pillow. This one's from Urban Outfitters with lots of color in it. And purchasing throw pillows can be a little bit challenging, so next time you're out purchasing some, take pictures of the ones you already have, or if you don't have any, take pictures of the ones you're out shopping, and you can actually collage them together and sort of get a vibe. Are there too many large patterns? Are there too many small patterns? Is there not enough texture? Is there not enough solid, blank space? You can kind of get a visual idea of what's going on there and kind of pick and choose which ones you like the best. Next up, we're talking about wall art, and wall art is a huge must, I think, for any space. When you walk into a space, the first thing you're going to notice is visual interest all the way up the wall. And this is what I love when I walk into a space. If your eye is drawn from the floor all the way up, and that might be through wall shelving, bookcases, or just wall art in general. So as you can see above my couch, there isn't much interest without wall art. There's just a large empty wall space here. There is a tree off to the left side, which is nice, which kind of adds, again, that heightening effect. But I wanted to add some wall art. So what I'm going to be adding are 2 really oversized prints from Society 6. They're both really minimal and graphic. Another reason I love these prints is that they're super lightweight. It's actually not glass on the front. It's like a plexiglass, like plastic material. So it makes it so that when you hang it up, you only need like 1 tiny nail as opposed to having it anchored in your wall or needing like a couple of nails across the whole backside. And if you can't hang up photos, then feel free to also just layer them. So as you can see here on my desk space, I actually have 2 very large prints behind my actual computer, which I think again adds that vertical increase of height. If you don't have the opportunity to hang pictures, feel free to also lean them against things, put them on your dresser, layer up with them. Throw blankets are a great thing to have in any space, and literally all of my friends know to get me a throw blanket for my birthday or for Christmas if they have no idea what to get me because I love them. I even have a basket system in my living room dedicated to throw blankets. The great thing to do with throw blankets is just to throw them over any empty space. So if you have a lot of open space on your bed, if you have a big open gap on your couch, if you have a chair that's just kind of a little bit bland and boring, spice it up with a throw blanket. This is also great to add more color into your space. If you have a color scheme you're going with and you find that you're not using enough blue in your living room space, there's just not as much as you wanted, go out and purchase a blue throw blanket in your style that you want, toss it over the couch and have a bit more of that color scheme added to your space. It kind of creates more of an inviting look too. Like it looks like you're supposed to go sit there, you're supposed to go be comfortable, and you're supposed to have a good time. So I think throw blankets are really a must. Taking out your old knobs on your drawers, your cabinets, whatever it might be in your kitchen, your bathroom, your desk, whatever it is that you have that might be old and outdated or just not very fun and personalized, unscrew the old knob. It's super simple. Typically on the back side, you can use a screwdriver or just screw off the little bolt on the back and then replace it with a new one. And great places to shop for them are Anthropologie, Target, Home Depot has more simple ones. Places like that, you can actually purchase brand new knobs, brand new door knobs. They have like pulleys, lots of different things that you could purchase from those. It instantly customizes the space a bit more than having to stick to the hardware that the person that built the space purchased for it. Introduce greenery. Now, a lot of people don't like doing this because they don't have a green thumb. I don't either. I had a fiddle leaf fig for like 2 years. I kept it going strong, but then about at the 2-year mark, it kind of started dying on me, and I just realized that I could not do it anymore. Like, I needed fake plants, and I have so many fake plants around my house, and I'm going to try to link a lot of fake plant options below that I think are really great. I have a huge fig tree in my living room. This is from World Market. I have a hanging plant in my bedroom that's from Amazon. I have lots of little like random sprigs of greenery that I found at Michael's craft store. I have a humongous banana leaf that I found at Michael's craft store, and putting them on a shelf just brightens up a space. But of course, real plants are always, I think, preferred over fake plants. They just look a lot nicer. They're actually living, and they can actually circulate the airflow and make the living space a little bit nicer in case you do not have the best air circulation in your space. Feel free to get fake plants. Like, what is that gonna do to anybody else? You know, like, get a couple fake plants, interchange them, and you can keep them forever. They're not gonna die on you. So, yeah. I am not sure how, but this hack got cut out of the video. I didn't even mention it, so I'm coming in on audio form, behind the scenes editing right now. And this hack is one of my favorites because it is using simple stuff like contact paper to redo more ugly surfaces. I don't know if you guys saw on my old channel a while back, I did a video where I redid my orange countertops in my bathroom, and I put a new marble contact paper on them, which instantly made the bathroom, I swear, look so much more expensive and so much more beautiful. And the amazing thing about contact paper is that if you are renting a spot or if you just want like a quick and easy change, it's something that is not permanent. So you can pull it off when you're done with it and you are on your way, you're good to go. So I love that about it. So you can easily cover like a dresser, a nightstand, whatever it might be to give it a fresh new feel without breaking the bank. Second to last hack is one that you might have not thought of before, and it's just to use your personal items as decor. I have a ton of Polaroid pictures, I have a ton of random memorabilia that I really like, and recently I've been putting it on my wall. I have a whole collage wall in my room, which is just my own personal style. It's not everyone's favorite, and I know that, but you can create your own like personalized decor using your own things that you have. Polaroid photos are really nice to do this with. Just hang them on the wall as opposed to like shoving them in a drawer or something like that. It instantly fills in blank space, and it also shows off more personality, more of yourself, more of your friends, your family, your loved ones, whatever it might be in those photos. There are